Hey guys, it's Mrs. Adams from Sudlow. How are you today? I am doing a screencast for you on Need Input 2.1. At this point, we have explored with our microbits, and now we are getting ready to go deeper into the inputs that are utilized by microbit. You should have in your Google Classroom a Need Input PowerPoint, which will guide you through the process. You will also have a worksheet that will serve as your evidence of learning. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to go through the essential questions. How do you express yourself and your creativity through computer science? What do programming best practices look like? And why are interactions between machines, humans, and environmental beneficial? Okay, sometimes they're problematic, sometimes they're both. So, what's an input? So, all of this information is on the very first, what's in an input. So, I'm asking you to read. This is going to force you to read, and you're just going to plug your answers right in the worksheet. Physical computing, lots of different methods to receive data. Could be a signal from your keyboard, a click from your mouse, or a microphone detecting the sound of your voice. When you're at home, if you are turning on your Roku remote, that power button, that is an input device. Buttons A and B on your microbit are a form of input. So when the user, which is you, presses either or both of those buttons, it creates an electrical circuit, which then sends the microcontroller or the processor information. All right, so you're going to explore all of these in this week. It's going to take a couple of days, so don't stress out about the size of this PowerPoint and the size of this worksheet. You will have some time to work on this. You can work on it independently from home, as well as perhaps with a partner, as long as you mask up at school. All right, so very first page has this information on it. That should be in. Input, what is an input? You are welcome to Google that and ask Google what an input is, even though you should be able to write it in your own words after reading that slide. Pair programming is something that we do in computer science. It might be a little bit different with the COVID world, but typically pair programming is when you pair your program with a partner. Sometimes more eyes are better than one set. So you have a driver and a navigator. The driver is the one that controls the mouse. The navigator is the one that controls the code. All right. This next page in your worksheet is asking you just to identify. We've already done this once. This is just to identify the different sensors. What is that sensor and what does it detect? These are your push buttons. This is your compass and your accelerometer. You also have your LED grid, and this would be your flex sensor, your pressure sensor, and your photocell sensor, photocell resistor. If you have this slide, it kind of gives you what they do, what they sense, and which ones they are, okay? You're just going to record that information in the chart that I just showed you. All right, so pair programming, this is just a little bit of information about pair programming. I don't know if my video, let's see. All right. Now let's see what the next video. All right, so that is just information about pair programming. You may or may not be working on that throughout this course. So I'm going to stop the screencast there. You should have all of those things worked through. So you're going to have the first 2 pages of your worksheets done, and then we're going to start here on the next screencast.